Vault and chill. That's the casual way. If you've got a hankering for some WoW PvP, like we all get from time to time, don't we, Boklahoma gang? But you know what you do? You get all dramatic and you talk yourself out of it. You say, I don't even know where to begin. Well, this is where you begin. Come with me. Apologize if the glow hurt your eyes. There's just nothing I can do about it. Now, more than ever, it is super easy, super time efficient. If you just want to hop on and play some battlegrounds or some epic battlegrounds, there has never, ever been a time where it's been easier. If you're on the fence about, hey, you know, I'm watching this guy's awesome paladin video, but I don't even know if I could, trust me, you can. And you can have a great time. And you can just come in here, get your PvP gear, and this is where I'm taking you right now. And be careful in here. People get real worked up. Ladies, issues. Honor Quartermaster on the right. Conquest Quartermaster on the left. We're going to start with the honor gear right here. It's green, but you'll notice it says at the bottom it jumps up to 476 in Battlegrounds. That's what you want. You want a full set of that. Now, if you're coming back from a long break or, you know, you're starting a new class, you have no idea what gear you need, especially when it comes to areas where you have two pieces. What's the stat priority? Let me show you a great way to do that. The truth is, most of us don't have all the time it takes to theory craft and put the thousands of hours that the top level players do. Okay, they run multiple characters of the same class. They play every night, all the time, and they just know what they're doing. And if someone's at the top of the ladder, it's pretty clear that they have some good idea of what they're doing, right? So most of us, what we do down here in the 1800 Club is we just come up here and you just look. See, right here. You can look at all the gear they've got. So then you can go back in game and grab that piece, just write it down or just alt tab, whatever you prefer. And then you say, well, that's good for gear, but what about talents? Uh-oh. And if you don't have enough honor to buy all the pieces, just hit those random battlegrounds. Make sure you get your win of the day in both of these. And don't let people give you a hard time if you have shit gear going in. These are for gearing up. That's exactly what these are for. To earn honor to buy this gear. So you're in the right place. Now, if you're a fresh level 70, I suggest you start here because it's a lot easier for your team to carry you in a 40-man than in a 10 or a 15 player. But you have every right to play whatever mode you want. I stand by that. I may not be a 2700 whatever the fuck, but I tell you what, who's out here throwing bops on my fellow priest that just hit 70 and comes in here at 310K? I see you shining, King. Boklahoma's got your back. Now, depending on when you come back and when this video hits you, because when you're a smaller content creator, sometimes it takes a while for your stuff to cycle up. If you're at the point in the season where you need to farm a bunch of Conquest from this guy over here, in other words, the cap has been increased and you really need to farm it up. But you don't really want to do that in solo shuffle because you'll be so under-geared you'll get stomped. That's where this Battleground Blitz is going to be so awesome. So if you're coming in on an alt, you know, here in a few weeks into the season, and you need to catch up, just hit these Battleground Blitzes. It's a great way to learn your class. People always say this shit, you'll learn bad habits if you don't just do arena. Here's the truth. The best way to learn is when you're having fun. So I love Battleground Blitz. I think it's a pretty good time. I still prefer randoms and epic battlegrounds, and I still think this format should go to random battlegrounds, if nothing else, just because the healer to DPS ratio needs to be as big as possible. I mean, if it's up to me, 2 healers, 38 DPS, Warsong Gulch. And let's just do it. That's my dream. So, do your random and epic battlegrounds. Come over here to the honor guy. Get your honor gear. If you're confused on, your talents, your gear, what enchants, anything like that, just go to the leaderboards and look at what the top people are doing. But if the Conquest cap has been upped and you just need to farm Conquest, go ahead and hit those battleground blitzes until you farm your Conquest up. Get all your gear so you can get caught up. Okay, so you get the gear from those two fine gentlemen. Then we come over here. And I wanted to remind you that if you're just getting started or you're going to be sitting in queues and, this is the first gear you have, you can upgrade it a little bit. Like if you're going to be running around doing world quests and stuff like that, feel free to just hit these things right here. Bam. I don't really know what the flight stones are for outside of PvP gear, so maybe that's a bad idea if you're a big PvE guy, but you can upgrade your PvP gear if you want to. Depending on when you're watching this, you may not want to enchant your green gear because you may not have it long enough, right? You may just hop into your greens and then start queuing and just start swapping out for purples as soon as you get them. In that case, you may not want to put an enchant, but a lot of these enchants aren't very much. So just copy what the top players do, because the reality is if we have their gear and talents, we're still going to die. Watch out for the big guy here. He looks like he's been on those big-ass feet for a while. The first battleground win of the season is going to toss you these two trophies of Conquest. You'll see that one allows you to build a piece for the shoulders, hands, waist, and feet, and the other one, head, chest, or legs. So you'll be able to build two pieces of gear, which you'll be able to put special enchants called embellishments on. Now, what are the best pieces for your class? I actually don't know. That's going to depend on what class and what spec you plan on maining. But I'm not going to craft with these right now because I'm holding on to my people. Wait to see how their 4-piece shakes out, and then they build their pieces around it. But I'll show you how it works so that when it comes time to craft your pieces, whichever pieces you decide, you'll know how to do it. So say you come and you look at this page of our boy Esquerda here, and you realize that you need those two. So what you'll do is you'll come into the game, you'll go into armor, plate, feet, and you'll hit search, right? And there they are. Then you click on them, and then you'll put a spark. Now the spark this is the one that you're going to want, the Spark of Dreams. And you'll get those for completing your campaign out there in 10.2, and you'll get them for doing other stuff. I don't know what you get them off from. What am I, fucking Wowhead? I don't know. Look them up. They come to you. When you have one, you'll come in here, and then you would put it there, and then you also need these reagents. Now, remember, they have different qualities, so make sure you buy the tier 3 quality of all of these. Just write them down, go up to the auction house up there and buy all this stuff, and then you can put it in here. And then where it says optional reagents, down here where it says grant PvP item level, you would use that Verdant Trophy of Conquest. And remember, one of them works for shoulders, hands, waist, and feet. So you would use this one. This one only works for hand, chest, or legs. That's how you would build it. And you'll also need to put your embellishment on there. And the precog embellishment that a lot of healers like and I love, there's something about a precog Tears Deliverance that's just mwah, chef's kiss. You find it right here on the auction house. You just come into trade goods and come down to optional reagents and then hit search. And then you'll see here's the draconic missives. So you can pick the stats that you want. Here's the precog one that I chose right here, the Statuette of Foreseen Power. Whichever one you want, whichever one's best for your class, but that's where you'll find them, in the optional reagents in the auction house. And I wanted to show you that because it took me forever. And then you can either send it to a crafter that you find in general chat. I could put this guy's name right here and send him the private order. Or you can just make it public. But I'm a big tipper. I tip 10 for my stuff because, I mean, that's what it's for, you know. And the crafting is a little overcomplicated, but I love that there's an economy in WoW, and I really wish they would build that up more. I wish there were stalls that people were selling their stuff at. I wish they played more into it. I think it's one of the great strengths of the game. So, you know, this is a little too much, I think, but not everything just starts awesome. Sometimes you tweak things into being pretty great. So, you know, this could be tuned up to be something pretty neat, I think. But I just love all the crafting and WoW. But that's how you do a personal order. Just pick the piece you want, rings, whatever. If you want bags made for yourself, that's how it works. But don't freak out about getting it wrong or ruining a piece or wasting your spark or anything like that. Because look, you can always recraft them. All right, we got your gear. We got your enchants. Remember why we do it, family. We fill that vault up so we can get the best gear so that we can come into random and epic battlegrounds and kick the shit out of hordes. That's what it's all about. It's about when we used to fly out to Taran Mill. No titles, none of that other bullshit. Just good old pride. That's what I'm talking about. Here we go. Oh, yeah, looking clean, Boklahoma. Can I say the little fire shield's growing on me? Can I say that? Yeah. Watch this. And we're just going to blind out of this. And then we're going to freedom and pony. And you know what I like to do too? I just like to go ahead and throw in the rocket boots just to really show them. Haha, paladins don't have mobility? Huh? Oh, fuck you. Old Jimbo's got it, and this is the one we're bringing home. And this is what H-Pals do best. Mark my words. Here comes that. He's got a long... Now, what we're going to do... We're going to get to healing our asses off now. I should have stayed back, actually. Clear all that off my man. And look, he's good. He's good. He can run. And then see now, once that's off, now I'm going to go ahead, throw this out, and then I'm going to clear all that off because I'm full. I hate it when they outrun you. One of the things you want to really try to do, you know, everything in your body and in your hands is telling you to run your ass off as fast as you can, right? But you actually can't sometimes. We got to get this tears on him ASAP. Then we're going to let him go forward and get that. We're going to get that sack out in case they got the, yep, well. Go, baby. What'd I tell you? Where's my boy? Kill him! Kill that son of a... Get him off my guy! You see it. You see the power of the paladin. I have to gain this tactical advantage, and that is I'm going to get up here, right? He can sit right there. Can't be interrupted. Also, if they sap me, then they have to move all the way down there, and that's less time that they're working on him while I'm sapped. If I do get sapped... Okay, there's a guy. We're just going to throw that out. Oh my God. Oh my God. Dude, that was incredible. Oh, I tried, family. I tried. And that's just the way it goes sometimes. You know? That's what I love about randoms. No one really cares. So if you're looking to have some fun and just come back and knock heads, I think you could really have a good time in some random battlegrounds on World of Warcraft. They're pretty fun and epic. And the specs are, I think, a little overcomplicated, but in some ways that's what makes it so much fun. Now, some of y'all have been out of the game for quite some time. So if you don't know, there's a great vault. And what that is every week, if you do an activity and earn enough points doing that activity, you fill this vault up. And these are rolls at loot. So 1 roll at 1250, 3 rolls at 5,000. If you fill this up every week, Tuesday when you log on, you get to roll for 3 chances of loot. So it's a way to get free gear that you don't have to spend your conquest on, and you get your conquest faster. Now, eventually it reaches a point where everybody's got their gear and everybody can just hop on their alts and farm up their gear. But early on in the season, you know, filling up your vault gives you quite an advantage. You gear a lot faster. And that's kind of the goal, is just to gear up as quickly as possible. And get back to smashing hordes because we love to do it and it's a lot of fun. Now, there's been some confusion here because a lot of people thought the Battleground Blitz mode, you were going to be able to fill your vault up that way. And it'll be interesting to see if they make that change come 10.2.5. Honestly, I'd like to see it. The PvP vault thing is going away in the next expansion. But for now, if you want to fill this up, you'll see that it says the honor has to be from rated PvP. It can't be randoms or any of these game modes. It's going to have to be a rated mode. For most of us, we're going to fill that vault doing solo shuffle. And this is where I want to come to you. Let's get you nice and relaxed, big guy. Because we need to talk. This is nice, right? Yeah. You're a stud, but listen to me. It's time for you to learn how to heal. It's time. You're like, I could never, but sure you can. We don't need another gladiator healer. And most of us aren't going to spend the thousands of hours it takes to compete with those guys. We're going to play a little bit, and then we're going to move on to other games, get back to life, whatever. I'm telling you, World of Warcraft PvP is a blast. But if you try to get yourself all worked up and pushing it up, it's too much. It's too much. You're never going to be able to compete with people that play this game, nonstop. There's just no way. But you can learn from them. You can try to implement their strategies, and you can have a hell of a lot of fun doing it. We've got a long time before the war within. And I don't know what the hell's going on in there, but I know we're going to need some holy paladins. Take the time to learn it now. And look, for a lot of people, it's not going to be holy paladin. I get that. Maybe Mother Nature calls you. Maybe that chi, huh? I mean, I bag on the shamans, but they're all right. There's that class you've been thinking about trying or playing, but you've like, I don't want to really invest the time. Now's the time. It's so easy. You grab some gear, you hop in here, you play it as long as you want, and you're out. That's it. And remember, above all else, we need new players more than anything. So, come on in. Have a blast. The game's really a lot of fun when you play it this way. And take your time. Hit the dummies out here. Work out your rotation. Do some randoms. Get your UI set up. I mean, my UI is forever a work in progress, so bear with me. And then whenever you're ready, queue up that solo shuffle, baby. And I'm going to show you, it's not that bad. I won one. Yes, I went 1-5 my first match, and I'm happy to do it. You got to have some time to warm up. It's unfortunate for those DPS. But in my defense, I am trying to get more healers to play the game. So I feel a little less bad about it. But I got 96 rating for going 1-5, so that's nice. I think the biggest challenge for me and a lot of us that don't put the time in, and just remember to look out over your screen and get good enough so that you're not staring at your buttons. There you go. One slot down. Okay, Vault Slot 2. People will tell you that you need to upload your vids and watch a lot of videos if you want to get better, but you don't have to. You can just come in here and watch Demon Hunters wreck shit if you want. What am I at right now? 12 out of 30. Oh, Maldraxxus. Remember when you flew in on this one? This was a cool zone. Go for it. There it is. Okay, well, 1600. There we go. The vault's full. So next reset, when I open this, I'll get to select from 3 pieces. On top of that, because I got carried to 1600, thank you to all my good players that carried me. 22 and 48, not great, but hey, it's the start of the season. Now, when you do hit 1600, and you will, you'll get this little token. All you do is bring it out here to the Emerald Dream, and you want to go right up here to the Wellspring Overlook. And he's this little guy right here. And you come in, and you can buy a piece. And look, it's already fully upgraded. So I get a free piece of tier gear, which is nice, because I don't have to spend my Conquest on it. And it gets me a little ahead of everybody else, a little reward for hitting 1600. Thanks for the carry, everybody. And you'll hit it too. I believe in your family. Just keep trying, but don't wear yourself out. You see what I'm doing? I'm pacing myself. You've got to farm bloody tokens. You've got to have this. You've got to have that. No, you don't. You can get the honor gear, craft a couple pieces if you want, and then go PvP and get the Conquest gear. And you can just do that. If you want to put your tier gear together, you can grab Conquest pieces, and then all you do is you take them over and you just head to the catalyst right inside this building right here. Right up here in the northern part of Tier Hold. And all you'll do is you'll take your Conquest piece, place it right there, and then it'll convert it into a piece of tier gear for you. And that piece of tier gear that you put in there will scale up to 489 in PvP, just like this one does. And once the vault's full, the Conquest camp has been reached. It's vault and chill, baby. You just run around, do some world class, do some randoms, do some epics, and then we do it all again next week. And that's the World of Warcraft that we play. Yeah. So if you've got that hankering for some Warcraft like I know you do, I really couldn't suggest enough getting in here and bouncing around in some of these randoms and epic battlegrounds. It takes no time to get the honor gear, and I had a great time in solo shuffle. And I'm telling you, now's the time to shine on your healer. And look, the reality is you're going to play the next expansion just like I am. We're addicts. Take the time now to learn that healer because it's a beautiful time to do it and it's a lot of fun. So get the hell off of that fence and get the hell into Warcraft and get in here and start banging around with us. We need some more players, and that includes your sweet ass. I'll see you in here, partner. Boklahoma out.